we're dishing up some microwave magic.
The most underrated kitchen gadget of all time.
From a quick and delicious fried rice.
It makes the perfect easy dinner. Wow.
To a genius way to cook bacon.
I am flipping for this one here.
Plus,
it tastes like a blueberry muffin bread pudding.
An oatmeal hack that's decadent and good for you.
It looks like a cake for breakfast.
Then, shocking grill fails got on tape.
Oh! That's next. Let's dish. The kitchen has always been the center of my world because life is more delicious when it's full of food and fun. Everybody knows me as a culinary expert and food judge on television, but also I'm mom trying to get dinner on the table.
From Hollywood to home, I bring Southern sweet and Caribbean heat, and I'm not afraid to stir the pot.
Good food, good friends, good dish.
All right, today, a masterclass featuring the most underrated kitchen gadget of all time. It's your microwave, yes. And you can make a full meal from start to finish in this bad boy. I promise you, ride with us. You're gonna love this, okay? Because we are answering some of your most burning microwave questions of all times. First up, Amanda from Rochester, New York, who watches us on WROC, sent us our first microwave question.
I always struggle with finishing my fresh bread before it goes stale. I feel like I buy a loaf and by day 2 it's rock hard. I don't want to waste it. I'm curious to know, is there a way I can revive my bread by using the microwave?
Now, we've tested 3 online hacks for reviving your bread using only the microwave, and we've narrowed it down to one winner, okay? So first is wrapping your bread in a wet paper towel and microwaving it for 20 seconds, okay? So now, running this second one here, running your bread under water and then microwaving it. Oh, we really soaked this one, okay? And then lastly, microwaving your bread dry and then adding a glass of water next to it while in the microwave. So the winner is, let me see this. Wrapping it in a wet paper towel, because as the wet paper towel heats, it creates steam and rehydrates the loaf. So there's the answer to the question. Now, Daphne, what's our next question?
Okay, we have another question. This next kitchen question comes from Angela, who watches us in Miami, Florida on WSFL. Okay, so here's her question. I recently had a scary microwave accident that has never happened to me before. When I make my coffee in the morning, I normally drink it right away. Today, I forgot about it, and when I went to reheat my drink, it exploded. Thankfully, I wasn't hurt, but that coffee was hot. How can I safely reheat my coffee in the microwave? Signed, Angela, and every mom who has ever made herself a hot cup of coffee and then not been able to drink it for the next 6 hours. So Angela, I am so glad that you made it out unscathed. And yes, reheating your coffee in the microwave can come with some explosive tendencies. But with the help of a little science, I'm gonna show you exactly how to never let that happen again. Here's the reason that coffee exploded in the microwave. It's due to something called superheating. Normally, when you boil liquid on the stove, we see bubbles come to the surface, but the microwave can heat your coffee past its boiling point, and the bubbles get trapped inside your coffee mug, making it look completely normal, but it's anything but. When you grab your mug from the microwave or drop a sugar cube in it, for instance, it disturbs the bubbles that are trapped under the surface and can cause an explosion. This is insane. Now, there is a way to stop this from happening. What might it be? Add something to your cup, like a wooden spoon, to agitate the liquid and keep the bubbles from getting trapped while microwaving. This is wild. That's an amazing little hack there.
This coffee smells delicious. I'm sorry. Yes.
You got it, and it's warm.
It's warm and
enjoy
cozy.
it while it's hot. Okay, our last question comes from Teresa from Philadelphia, who watches us on Fox 29. Take a look at this.
I am a mother, and sometimes when I get home from work, the last thing I want to do is cook dinner. So I need a quick and easy meal that I can prepare only using my microwave.
Teresa, I got you. Because as moms, we have all been there. There is never as much time as you need at the end of the day to make dinner. And luckily, I have the perfect recipe for you. Microwave fried rice. It's quick, it's simple. You can pack it with veggies or anything you like, and it makes the perfect easy dinner. So here's how you're gonna do it. I very often have leftover rice in my fridge. I always make more than I need because I wanna have extra for the next day to do something with, and I often make fried rice with it. But here's how to make it in single servings in the microwave. You take a little bit of that extra fried rice that's dry and cold now, that's been in your fridge, and to it you're gonna add sort of whatever you want. You can put in, I have some chopped scallions, some grated ginger, a little bit of minced garlic, all the flavorings of fried rice. I have a little bit of tamari and some sesame oil that'll moisten the rice and bring it all together. And then you can add a little meat if you want to. I have some leftover ham here, so I've just chopped it up, and I'm gonna add that in too. Give it a bit of a mix. I'm gonna put some plastic wrap right over the top, and then punch 1 or 2 little holes so that there is some air that's able to escape. Covered and in the microwave for 1 minute. And then I'm gonna take it out. It's warm, ready to go and all mixed together. And then to it, I'm just gonna add other veggies. Now these veggies you don't need as much time for, so I'm adding some frozen peas and carrots. Of course, you could add corn in here. You could even add a little spinach if you have some, any chopped greens. Hold on, I'm gonna stir that up one more time. And that's gonna go back in the microwave for another 30 seconds or so, just to warm them through. Just like that. Now I'm gonna let this rice do its thing. It's gonna be cooked to perfection. And when we come back, we're gonna show you the perfect topping to finish it all up and reveal which microwave gadgets are a flip or a flop.
Ooh. Excited. Yeah.
Like something you saw on the show today? We're dishing all the details on the good list. All the recipes, important tips, and tricks, all in one place. So stay tuned until the end of the show when we'll share the Good List QR code. You can scan to send it all right to your phone.
Welcome back to The Good Dish. Today we're cooking up some microwave magic. Teresa at home asked us to whip up the perfect dinner using our microwave that's from scratch and super fast, and we are making microwave fried rice. So my rice with the veggies and scallions and tamari and ginger and garlic have all been cooking for a minute or two together in the microwave, so it's nice and warm, and I'm gonna reveal the final touches. All I'm gonna do is take 2 eggs. The rice is almost fully cooked, but not totally finished. And what is fried rice without some scrambled eggs mixed into them? So I take my eggs and I just scramble them. I beat them really, really lightly. I'm gonna season them up, of course. And then in a second mug, you're not gonna do it in the mug that's sitting warm on the counter with all the other ingredients. You're gonna add the eggs into a mug, and then you're gonna put this mug in the microwave for just a minute or two. You can even do it on 30-second intervals because you wanna just cook the eggs through. You don't wanna over scramble them or dry them out and make them rubbery. And then, as soon as that's done, you can take out the egg and you can see that it is perfectly cooked. If you can get in there, you can see that it's perfectly scrambled. Now, it's a little bit of a molded shape right now, but all you need to do is take another fork, break it up, and then add the scrambled eggs to your fried rice.
I'm in shock.
And, oh, I'm gonna put it all in there, excuse me, yep. And then you can mix the whole thing up and you have a perfect fried rice dinner, just like Teresa ordered. Ooh, making a bit of a mess. There you go, have a taste. Oh, and I'm garnishing it just with some scallions, sriracha. That looks delicious. Nice. I'm gonna add some myself.
I was saying to Gail over the break, honestly, you could put scallions and sriracha on cardboard and I would eat that. I love this combination though, wow. Ooh, and I got a little heat from that sriracha.
Yes.
Jamika, you are testing out the most talked about microwave tools to see if they are a flip or a flop. What is going on in the test kitchen today?
All right, I've been hard at work over here because the microwave is no longer just for reheating those sad leftovers, but it's an optimal tool for cooking some of your favorite foods. So first up, if you've ever wanted to cook that perfectly poached egg just like the restaurants do, but it's a little intimidating sometimes to make them at home, well, we're going to try an at-home microwave egg poacher. Okay, so this little contraption has over 4,000 five-star reviews on Amazon, but I want to know if it lives up to the hype. So we're going to see, because you know I'll put it to the test, okay? So you'll put a little oil on the inside so your eggs don't stick, because that would be no fun. Crack your egg, and then drop it right inside there. You'll feel both sides, and it flips right over. There's a little click mechanism in there, and then you will pop it inside your microwave for 30-second intervals, depending on how cooked you like your egg. And it's a perfectly soft, jammy egg on the inside, or it's a hard cook, whatever your preference is. And it comes right out in this lovely package container. Woohoo! Okay, Gail and Daphne, what do you think? I'm going in for, oh, now that's nice. I like that. What do you think?
I mean, it looks like a poached egg. It's good.
Yeah.
So-
I'm gonna pick some sriracha.
I feel like it cooked my yolk a little
it.
long, but maybe we could just go at a little less. But
Yeah.
what a genius way to not have to go through the swirling and the vinegar and the boiling pot and all this stuff.
Now, this microwave gadget is a flip in my book. You got it. All right, so now I think we can all agree we love bacon first thing on a weekend morning or a weekday morning. We love bacon all the time, pretty much. But no one, and I mean no one, nobody likes cleaning up that greasy mess when it comes along with all of the bacon drippings and all that stuff. So that's why I saw this bacon tray that cooks your bacon, but also the easiest cleanup. I had to try it, okay? So you'll place the bacon on each rung here, this lovely contraption, and just kind of hang it out to dry, if you will. That's almost like what you're doing. And you can fit about 12 slices on this thing here. And the rule of thumb is about a minute per slice. Once again, depending on how crispy you like your bacon, watch it as you keep going. You'll put it in that microwave and it'll do its thing. And there you have it. Here's the bacon cooked right here, and the mess is all in the bottom. We love that. It's
That's a flip.
simple, huh?
That's genius. It's so crunchy and delicious.
And I think it cuts down, it minimizes the shrinkage when you cook it in a frying pan. This is the actual full size of the bacon every time. So it's perfectly done. So now with 6,000 five-star reviews online, I don't think anyone will be needing to fry bacon in a pan anytime soon. I am flipping for this one here. I kind of am excited right now. So yes, 2 flips for me. And coming up, Kel Mitchell from MTV's Deliciousness is here, and he brought along some of the most hilarious food fails we need to see. Plus, he's revealing one of his own.
So I, along with many of you, grew up laughing along with our next guest from Nickelodeon's sketch comedy hit All That to spin-off series Kenan and Kel, and of course the iconic movie Good Burger. Please welcome comedian, youth pastor, and co-host of MTV's Deliciousness, Kel Mitchell. Hello.
Hey, hey.
Hi. This is so fun. Oh my gosh. Well, you know, obviously I did. I grew up watching Kenan and Kel. I loved it. You are known by most of us for your comedy, but you're now a dad of 4. Do your kids think you're funny? Number 1.
Yeah, they do. They think I'm funny. I'm happy that they enjoy the shows that I'm on. That's really cool, and that their friends watch as well. So yeah, I love it. The kids think I'm funny, and I always try to try all my jokes and stuff on them first.
That's so cute. That's so good. Do they make you, redo any of your famous quotes? Are there any iconic moments in the shows they love best?
Okay, so my youngest daughter, Wisdom, she loves Good Burger. She's just figured out, okay, Dad is Ed. You know what I mean? Dad is Ed. And so she has me do bedtime stories as Ed, which is pretty cool. She's like, okay, Dad, it was good the way you did it, but now do it as Ed.
So cute. That's the privilege. That's the prerogative of your baby girl. That's so fun. So your co-star of many years, Kenan Thompson, is of course a fixture on SNL now. Is there any chance of a Good Burger remake happening?
Yeah, everybody's looking for that. We were on Jimmy Fallon a couple of years back. And we did Good Burger, and people want it. Every interview, Keenan and I, we tell everybody we're down to do it. We're down to do it. So now it's up to Paramount. It's up to them. So fans, call them up. Call up Paramount. Call them Nickelodeon.
That's right.
You call it. Get that braid wig and they put it back on, and they're gonna call you. Put the wig on.
Manifest it. Well, I love that you're now bringing your humor to the food space with MTV's Deliciousness, so hilarious, where you react to the craziest viral food videos, which is like long overdue. Someone like you needed to do this because
And
they
Angela.
are.
Oh my gosh, it's
I know.
Angela from The Office.
She's amazing. Also hilarious. And you react to all of these viral videos, but also insane cooking fails. What is one of the fails that you've watched that you'll never forget?
Okay, so I saw one where they made a beautiful wedding cake, right? Beautiful wedding cake. They're walking it in like la ta 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 ta, and they tripped wedding cake everywhere, all over the floor. It was like, oh no!
Terrible.
Oh,
Dreams
man.
crushed in an instant. Well,
Yes.
we also hear that you're working on your grilling game, but instead of Netflix and chill, you attempted Netflix and grill, which resulted in a bit of a food fail of your own. What happened?
Yeah, let me break that down. Okay, so don't Netflix and grill. I was binge watching on my phone while grilling. I love to barbecue. But I got into the television show a little too much, and I looked back at my grill, I opened it up, and it was like backdraft. It was like a fire flying everywhere, and I'm like, oh no. Of course, the meat was ruined, so we got a piece of that day.
Yes,
Yes. Very,
Good
very
call.
smart. All right. So, well, in honor of that food fail of yours, we figured we'd show you that you're not alone in this. It happens to everybody. Take a look at these hilarious grilling fails. Oh my gosh. Okay. So, what are some of the best ways you would say to recover from a food fail if it happens in front of a crowd? How do you play that off?
Okay, in front of a crowd, you just got to keep it real. You got to tell everybody, okay, y'all saw what happened. I messed up. Okay, you got to start over. Either start over or you're going to have to go get Uber Eats or something like that.
You own it. Okay, so now, up next, we are putting comedian Kel Mitchell's foodie skills to the test with a game we are calling Cake or Not Cake. Like this one right here. Is it a cake? Is it not a cake? Oh, not so fast. Don't answer yet. We'll be right back after this break. Stay with us. Cake or not a cake? Cake or not a cake? We're back and dishing with comedian and author Kel Mitchell. Now, Kel, you may be an expert on viral food videos, but we're going to try and put your skills to the test in a game we call Cake or Not Cake. Ooh. Ready? For each video we show you, we want you to guess if it's a cake or the real deal. Ready?
Okay,
And
I'm ready.
Let's go.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think?
That's cake.
That's not a cake.
Holy shit, those were some amazingly talented bakers making us believe that everything was real. Seriously. Kel, there's no denying you are hilarious, but you've admitted that your comedic persona actually concealed some difficult inner struggles that you were going through. I love that you're sharing this about yourself, and you do it in a hugely empowering way. Why was it important to reveal some of that and to bring that up to the surface?
I think it's so important. A lot of people go through a lot of ups and downs in their life. And when I went through a lot of ups and downs, God was definitely there for me. And a lot of people are dealing with a lot of emotional walls. And I actually created a book called Blessed Mode because I want people to know that they are beautifully and wonderfully made by God. And so that they can get up in the morning and go after their day and know that in every emotional wall, there is a blessed breakthrough. You know? Yeah.
And hearing you speak like that, I don't think anyone would be surprised to know this, but you are also a youth pastor. And we have your book, your Blessed Mode book here with us, and we've all been flipping through it because there's so many valuable lessons in here. I love that it's 90 days to level up your faith. How did your past inspire this book?
Man, I just want, like I said, I want people to understand that God designed them for a reason. He designed them for a purpose. And you know, when you get ready for your day, right? You put your clothes on, you go outside, but you also need to get ready spiritually as well. And what I always have to do is I have to get my mind right and my spirit right for my day, pray over my family. And this is what I did to get away from frustration and get away from anxiety and to think in a positive way. Wake up knowing that I'm going to react in love no matter what happens, right? And the cool thing about blessed mode is knowing that you were blessed when you were made. When you were made in your mother's womb, you were already blessed. And that's the real love from it all, to know that, you know, you are blessed. And that's what I want everybody to know, and to stay in blessed mode so that we live, because there's so many people now where they're allowing the anxiety and the frustration to take themselves out of here. And I've been there, and I want people to know to live, you know, don't hit the off button, just hit the restart button. It's another day to be better than the day before. You got this.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Amen,
Yeah.
Pastor. Amen. Amen.
I love that. It's so empowering. And I love that the book really does try to create the practice for people reading it. It is about daily devotionals and daily messages, something to think on, which is really powerful and cool, so you can just jump in wherever you want. But what would you say is the one thing you hope people would take away from it, or the key message you think people would start with today?
The key message is to enjoy every moment. You know, enjoy every moment. Yeah, there are trouble in this world, but you got to know that God is going to get you through it. The other thing I want to tell people is to know that nothing is impossible. Even in the word impossible, it says, I'm possible. So go after your dreams. Go get it. Yeah, go get
That is so wonderful.
love
Kel,
it.
I got to tell you, I'm on this 90-day journey with you, and I've been listening to your book on audio. So, like, talking to you now, it's so surreal, because it's like I'm asking questions and the book is talking back to me. So, but you are absolutely right. You have such a calming spirit about you, and you tell your stories, you give the scripture, and it's a great way for me to start my day. So I am tracking along with you. I thank you for this book, and it's going to bless so many other people.
Wow.
Oh, that's so awesome. And I want you all to know I'm a big fan. We watch the show in our house. My wife loves the show. We watch it every day. So shout out to y'all. Y'all doing an amazing job. So
Thank you. Thank you
Hey,
both.
Asia.
That's
Hey,
nice.
Asia. Tell Asia we said hey.
yes. Oh, she's going to love that.
You are so hugely inspiring, and you make us laugh. Thank you so much for being with us today, Kel. You can check out Kel Mitchell's book, Blessed Mode, 90 Days to Level Up Your Faith. And we will be right back with breakfast hacks that'll give your morning oatmeal new life. Amen. You'll never look at it the same way again.
Thank you, Kel. Thank you.
Welcome back to The Good Dish. Now it's time to talk about the most important meal of the day. We are revealing the hacks to wake up your taste buds and beat breakfast boredom. These scrumptious starters are the antidote to those bland egg whites, and they are the perfect way to start as we talk about Daphne's brand new cookbook, Eat Your Heart Out, which we are all anticipating. The book is out tomorrow, and the full title is Eat Your Heart Out, All Fun, No Fuss Food for Celebrating Eating Clean. I have to tell you, it just encapsulates so much about why you love to eat and how you have inspired us to eat better, to cook better. Tell us what the title means and what we're going to find in the book.
Well, thank you so much. It really encapsulates how I approach food from the standpoint of food should always be pleasure, first and foremost. It's the fun and the adventure of life. It's sharing the most important memories and moments with people that you love. And it's also fuel and needs to do all those things and all those things all the time. And I really felt like, I think a lot of people crave wellness. They want to feel vibrant. They want to have energy. They want skin that glows. They want to lose weight. But a lot of the sort of lifestyles that are recommended in those worlds feel like another job, like that none of us need. And so I really set out to create this book. And it took me almost 5 years to write it, to put together all the recipes that were practical enough I would actually make them, and craveable enough I would want to make them when I was doing my reset, to really, to regain strength in my skin and confidence in my skin after babies, after lots of stress or too much celebration. You know, those times when your good, healthy habits fall by the wayside.
No, we are well aware of those.
Yeah.
So you wrote the book as a way to jumpstart what you call reset mode using a few simple rules. What are these rules?
So this was like kind of an epiphany moment for me as someone who does not believe in restrictive eating, who does not do like diets the way that we typically think about diets. I realized that a very few, very simple rules could actually let me relax a lot more. It made it much more intuitive for me to know how to eat well and how to eat to feel good when I just paid attention to my simple rules. So the first rule in Eat Your Heart Out is no gluten, or I shouldn't say they're rules, the recipes abide by these ideas, sort of as this idea that 5 days a week you're gonna live on this reset with these 150 recipes I'm giving you as inspiration, really to do with what you will and customize how you like it. And then 2 days a week you get to eat whatever you want. So 5 days a week, no gluten, no refined sugar, limited dairy. And then the most important fourth rule, take the weekend off. Go savor your moment, enjoy a great dessert out with friends, go and have a cool moment with the family. And I really felt like that ability to realize like it's a limited amount of time. Anybody can do anything for 5 days. You go and treat yourself well in this way, eat clean, feel vibrant through it. And then on the weekends or the other 2 days of the week, whatever you choose, really to savor feeling that freedom. And I found that my balance in that by keeping my mind on my team was really fundamental to seeing success. And this was, these recipes are a lot of what I was eating, after I gave birth to Gigi. I'd gained 50 pounds and wanting to, again, do it at my pace, do it on my rhythm, eat the foods that I love, never sacrifice my taste buds, but still achieve my goals. That was the whole point.
That's lovely.
That is not a bad deal, I must say. I think I can follow you with that. Okay, because you teach us how to start the day on the right foot with some delicious breakfast ideas.
Yes.
What is your philosophy with breakfast options? Because you've laid it out in the book, so tell me about it.
My philosophy on breakfast is this is where you kick your blood sugar off on the right foot. This is where you invest in yourself and good decision making throughout the day. And it should not be something boring or that leaves you hungry an hour later. This is really meant to fill you up and do it in a way that's very nourishing at the same time. And this blueberry oatmeal bake is one of my favorite ways to do that. Most of all because it's versatile enough. You can serve it for your family. You can definitely entertain with it if you wanted to do just like a fun. It tastes, guys, like a blueberry muffin bread pudding.
Oh, okay.
But it's good for you.
All right, I'll take it.
Okay.
This is a good reason to wake up in the morning.
And I'm going to show you how to eat it fresh today. I'm also going to show you a really cool leftover hack so that like you invest the time in this once and then you actually get to benefit from it throughout the week. Cool. So into my rolled oats, just regular gluten-free rolled oats, I have some cinnamon, some salt, some baking soda, and some nutmeg. You can, of course, customize those spices however you feel like having them. You could do cardamom in there. You could leave out nutmeg, do more cinnamon. You do you with whatever warm. Ginger's lovely in here with blueberry.
Ground ginger.
Really nice. And just give that a quick toss together to your dry mix. Please do. And Gail's going to start building the wet mix for this ingredient list. And that's going to be 1 mashed banana. And to that, I will start adding some vanilla extract, of course, a little melted coconut oil, some date syrup. Now, you guys saw, the part of the book is no refined sugar. So I love date syrup for those times when you do, the part of this, taste it. It's nice.
So good.
Yes. Isn't it good?
It's so good. You have got me back on my date syrup game because I had forgotten about it for a while, and you mentioned it to me the other day backstage when we were just chatting about ingredients, and now I want to put it in everything.
Well, it has like a fun kind of maltiness to it. It feels very, it just feels like a sweetness that has complexity to it. And I do give you a recipe in the book to make it on your own. It's really just pureed dates that you strain and then just condense down a little bit. But you can definitely buy it pretty readily available now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a shortage of dates in the store once you. People are going to be onto this because you turned me onto it, and now I'm like, okay, why have I not been using this all the time?
I love that.
Look out for no dates in the store, people. It's Daphne's fault.
But I love to hear that because you still do get the satisfaction of sweetness. And look, it is sweet. There is like a complex sugar in dates, but it's not going to spike your blood sugar. And that was something we started talking about at the beginning. It was this idea of like, how do I get the sensation that I want, the food experience that I want, and do it in a really nourishing way that doesn't make me feel like I'm sacrificing it. This was a huge epiphany moment for me too. And again, like this book came out of my own need so deeply. My books are always written from that standpoint of just like my personal experience with food and with nourishment because it does, I think, land differently when you really lived it. I lived on this plan. I followed through with it because I wanted to make sure that it would really work for you at home. And I
I feel like you, as someone who wants to stick with a plan long term, you have to always feel like you're getting more than you're giving up. And that was the whole point of a little bit of sweetener goes a long way. And you can leave it out if you don't feel like you need the extra sweetness. Leave it out. Who cares?
So wait a second. You added milk. What was the milk? That you
Almond
added?
milk.
Almond milk.
That was
Great.
almond milk.
Okay.
And I'm adding.
You show us how to make almond milk in the book, right?
I do. But here, can I be honest with you about this? So I'm a mom of 4. Ask me how often I'm making my own nut milk.
Almost never.
Literally.
If the answer is anything else, I'm going to be very angry with you.
Literally almost never. That doesn't mean I don't want to know how to do it. It doesn't mean I've never done it, but it does mean that regularly speaking, there are now really great options to buy nut milks at the store so that if you don't have the time, that's exactly what I'm saying is like, you spend the time where you can invest in yourself where it makes sense, where you're really getting bang for your buck. And if you have to buy store-bought almond milk, it's not a big deal. The beautiful part about having the recipe in the book though, is you can see how truly easy it is. And if you are concerned about, any of the additional additives that sometimes do come with prepackaged ingredients, then you can go ahead and make it your own. And you can also customize it. When I do it, I do it not to make one kind of almond milk. I'll make like almond cashew and pumpkin seed milk, or just zhuzh it up, make it a little fancy.
So speaking of zhuzhing, you also added quinoa into this, which I think is interesting.
So that was part of how this whole mix came together. I'm just a pinch of salt in here. Was as a way to use up leftover grains in a sweet way. I started taking leftover brown rice and adding a little date syrup and almond milk to that and using it in place of oatmeal when I didn't feel like making myself a pot of oatmeal in the morning. And in thinking about that and how wonderful it is to tuck into a warm, soothing, rich, hearty bowl of oats with bursting warm blueberries and little bits of walnuts scattered through, and just what a wonderful, sumptuous breakfast that felt like. That was what begot the idea for this recipe as a really comforting bite. Okay, so I'm going into a greased and parchment-lined loaf pan.
And blueberries too, and obviously you could add any berry, I assume, to this.
But the blueberries are nice because I'll tell you why, they hold their texture really nicely and they get kind of beautiful and bursty in the center. And then on top, to make sure you have plenty of wonderful texture, I scatter a little bit of walnuts over top and a few more blueberries. And
you're like 4 short. So
you're like 4 short because your friend was over snacking on them. This goes into a 350-degree oven, about 50 minutes. And this is also lovely. It's kind of with oatmeal, you're sitting there, sometimes you're stirring, you're watching the pot, whatever. This is kind of a lovely way to get all the benefit of that with none of the babysitting. Benefit, no babysitting. So when we come back, we're gonna get to give that a taste. I'll show you how I finish it up, but I will also show you what to do with the leftovers that I would argue is almost an even better way to eat it than when it's fresh.
All right, you heard it here. Let's do this. I'm excited. Come right back. She's going to show us all, transform it into something else, like waffles. How are you going to do? Okay, I'm coming back to see that. You bet. I got to see that. Welcome back to The Good Dish. We're continuing our look into the pages of Daphne's lovely new cookbook, Eat Your Heart Out. Oh, I like that cover. I really like that. All right, so we left off putting the blueberry oatmeal bake into the oven, and I am smelling it.
Oh, yes, you are.
Which tells me I should be eating this right now. Please get this thing out of the oven. I can't wait anymore.
You can smell that cinnamon, that nutmeg, the roasting blueberries. All those yummy, nutty oatmeal essences coming through. Oh, look at that. It looks like a cake for breakfast. Guys, we eat with our eyes first. That is not by mistake. We want cake for breakfast, don't we? Thanks, Kel. Thank you. So it comes out of the oven and it's, I know.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, this is like.
In the morning. Oh,
right?
Gosh.
Healthy little blueberry bread pudding, blueberry muffin bread pudding, I should say. Now, you saw what I just did? I scooped in here with my spoon to get this luscious, warm, melting texture.
Oh, that smells so good.
And this is part of what the inclusion of the quinoa does for us here. Yes, it adds tons of protein, all those wonderful essential amino acids, keeps you full, but it also keeps this wonderful, dense, heavenly texture that stays juicy and delicious. I like to top it with a little splash of warm nut milk, homemade or not, and a tiny drizzle, if you feel like you want it, of a little date syrup always goes a long way. Or you could just add a splash, sprinkle more cinnamon is always lovely.
I feel like some yogurt with this might be really nice too.
Ooh,
yeah. Really thick Greek yogurt or something.
Definitely. Yeah, there's that cooling splash of.
It's very warming. Like, this is a beautiful way to start off the morning, any day of the week. I feel like it's going to get me going, give me what I need. And it tastes really good too. That's the good thing. We're never serving old oatmeal again, just putting water in and milk. This is the new way of oatmeal. This is so great.
New wave oatmeal. I love. I'm gonna coin. You know, I just need you to come and like rename all my recipes, make them memorable.
We'll write the next cookbook together. Don't worry.
But you know, I think that is part of it. It's like, how do I make something that's gonna make me feel good, exciting to enjoy? How am I gonna not settle for, like you said, you know, water and oatmeal gets the job done, but is it pleasurable? Is it fun? Are you gonna remember having spent the effort to do it? Did it make it worth it?
You know what I love about this too is that it's the illusion of sweetness because there's all of those warming flavors. The nutmeg and the cinnamon that you mentioned, the blueberries, the oats, the textures, the nuts, but there's actually zero sweetness in here.
Just that banana and that little bit of date syrup.
Banana and date syrup, but you don't taste, there's no like cloying, sugary sweetness. It's really balanced.
Let me show you what to do with leftovers, because as delicious as this is to eat warm out of the oven, which I do love because it's just like a sweet, easy, and this is also really nice. I put this down on the family table, we love it, but it's also really nice, like people are coming over. I do it in a casserole dish sometimes. It's just a really simple, fun breakfast spread and it keeps really well. If you have leftovers though, here's what you're gonna do. You pull, that's why I left the lovely parchment lining in here so you can easily lift it out. Then you're gonna let it cool in the fridge overnight. You can cool it in the tin too. And it will settle and become a little bit firmer like this loaf is here. You're gonna cut yourself off roughly a 1-inch slice, okay? And then onto a greased, we use a little coconut oil here, waffle maker. You are gonna take each slice and press it onto the squares of your waffle tin. And actually I should add, if you wanted to do this with the raw batter, you could as like just a sort of a healthier waffle batter, definitely try that. It's a little looser, but you can add just like a few more quinoa or oatmeal if you need to. Then press this down and let it cook. Okay, give it a little bit of a firm press because you do want to make sure that it heats all the way through in the center before the outside is too golden brown. And what it comes out looking like is this lovely little crisp pieces with these indentations, golden brown. It toasts up the walnuts even more. It gives you this wonderful texture, gives you beautiful chew, and you serve it like these slices of easy walnuts, easy waffles. Could not be simpler. Just a fun way to make sure that your beautiful leftover quinoa, oatmeal, blueberries, all the rest of it never goes to waste.
Delicious.
I don't want to eat it like
it's not going to
loaf.
waste. Oh no, that's for sure. Yeah,
That's never going to happen, especially around here.
Almost like having a quick bread.
Right?
So smart.
All right, don't leave me out of that, okay? Because you're gonna find this and so many delicious recipes in Daphne's new cookbook, Eat Your Heart Out, which is available tomorrow. All right, so the good list is up next, and we have a tip on how to peel garlic easily. We'll be right back. Gimme. Oh, I want it nice and hot.
It was a great day today at The Good Dish. We answered some of your biggest microwave questions. And if you're in a pinch and don't know what to make for dinner, we've got you covered with an easy microwave fried rice. And now we have one more microwave time-saving hack for you. Gail, what is it?
Well, if you're sick of having smelly, garlicky hands from all the garlic peeling you've been doing, let your microwave do the work for you. This is the easiest thing, and it's so great to know about. Simply put a whole head of garlic, just like this, into your microwave for about 15 to 20 seconds. And when it comes out, after being in here on high, the cloves just peel so easily. Look how quickly this happens. Take them out, and of course, there's very little you have to do. I got it.
There we go.
They actually really do come out very, very easily.
Can I give it a try? Tamika, you want to try one? Oh, yeah, they're a little bit soft and warmed through.
Oh.
They kind of steam in their skin.
They've steamed, exactly, and there you go. You can just go like this,
Comes off in one
and it
pick.
comes off right away. Yeah.
There you go. All right.
There you are.
Easy peeling for garlic. So now it's time for the good list. You see that QR code on your screen? Of course you do. It's right there. I want you to open up your camera app, hold your phone right up to it, and it'll take you right to the recipes and more from today's show. You can also head over to gooddishtv.com to get it all. It smells like garlic
slower,
all
we're
through
gonna
this
get them
kitchen,
all.
so we will see you next time for more good food and good dish.
Bye, guys.
It is garlicky all day.